I'm E.J. Jeseritz, and on behalf of the call committee, I'd like to just tell you what's been happening the past few weeks within the call committee, and also to thank you for your continued prayers. It may seem like this has taken a long time, and you may be questioning the process. First and foremost, this is not an appointment. It's a calling. We are not a business entity. We're a church doing God's business. So if I seem a little detailed, I just want you to know I'm speaking from what I believe the Holy Spirit wants me to tell you and inform you. Our committee chose to post the position for a 2-week, with a 2-week deadline. And we gave ourselves an option to extend that deadline if we felt it was necessary. During that time, we gratefully received Greg's application, but no other. We met for our second meeting with Pastor Randy Freund. If some of you who have been here a long time will remember him, he was so helpful to us when we first started the church. And he's from our Augustana district of LCMC. He joined us for that second meeting via Zoom. He shared advice, tips, LCMC procedures, and we told him our 2-week deadline had ended with only the one application. He advised extending it for 2 more weeks, stating most churches give it a month, but that it was our choice. Are you asking, does this Pastor Randy not like Greg or what? On the contrary, he thinks very, very highly of Greg. But he wants the process done right. Like I said, he said it was our choice, and we decided to begin the interview process. Sometimes God has different plans. We received an email a couple days after that from Pastor Randy. He had just met with another church's call committee, and he had some things he wanted to share with us, some thought-provoking points for us. One being the possibility of reposting the opening after the interview. On Randy's recommendation, I discussed this with Greg, and we both agreed if that was going to happen, it needed to be done before the interview, not after. So through a series of emails within the committee, the decision was made to meet again in person, which we did this past week. We extended the deadline for an additional 3 weeks with a firm deadline of July 2nd. We hope to do the interview or interviews the 3rd week of July. Not easy in the summer. It was just humorous with the calendars out. No, I leave there and I come back here. Well, I don't come back until, so 3rd week in July. After our meeting, one of our members led us in our closing prayer. Within that prayer, he said, and I'm paraphrasing here, Lord, what does a few weeks matter with you? And I think that puts God's greatness, his authority, in perspective. Greg has been kept abreast throughout this process. It's been my personal goal to seek the Holy Spirit's leading in every step of the way, to protect Greg through very unique circumstances, and to protect the congregation from any division. To aid probably in that last part, the call committee is requesting that all questions and comments be directed to only myself, either by email, text, or phone call. I think this will ensure unified answers for everyone and hopefully eliminate some confusion. You probably won't be hearing our regular weekly updates now until sometime after that deadline. But you can always feel free anytime during that period to contact me with questions or comments. Just a little disclosure, before 9 p.m., please. I'm old, I go to bed early. My email and phone number are in the church directory, or you can get it from the church office. Please continue your steadfast prayers for the call committee, for Greg, and for any other candidates who may feel God's calling to apply. Thank you.
Thanks, EJ. Well, I agree with EJ. I also want to be protected, and I want the church not to be divided. So, no, this is good. I'm good with this process. If you're curious about this, we're in good shape, and I'm along for the ride, and we'll just kind of see how this plays off. But my spirits are good. I'm excited to be considered for this job, and I have high hopes that I'll be serving here in the future, and I'm excited for that. So, just my heart's at peace. I hope that your hearts can be at peace too. What's a couple more weeks? Summers always fly by, as EJ said, a couple more weeks, we'll just get there. So no worries on my side, just so everyone knows as far as that goes, I'm in good shape. This week,